So today I am making my famous chicken sandwiches. I make these a lot. I make them a lot. But I'm going to show you how I make them so you can make my famous chicken sandwich. So I take some freezer paper and I put some down on the bottom on the countertop. Then I put cutting board over that. And then more freezer paper. So today I'm just going to marinate the chicken overnight in the refrigerator. So I'm going to show you how I make that. And then tomorrow I'm going to actually cook the chicken sandwiches. But you'll see. It will get a bit messy, so just be careful because I'm using, what is this, mallet tenderizer, meat tenderizer. So I have my gloves. I'll put these on. So this is just maybe about 7 chicken breasts. They were frozen, so I defrosted them. Now I'm going to cut them. I'm just going to take some of this fat off here. So what I'll do with this one, since it's quite big, I'm going to half it. Into tubes. And then lift it up. You're gonna put your chicken underneath that. Take your mallet and go like this. Now it's flat. So you want to do that to all your pieces. You don't have to, but if you don't want too thick of a chicken breast, then you do that. Then I'll put it in this bowl. Just lay it flat. This one's kind of thin, but it has this thick piece here, so I'm just going to tenderize that a bit. Mallet it. So you want to do that again. So you take one chicken breast and you half that. Put one to the side and then one underneath on your cutting board. Beat both of them and then put them in the bowl. I'll be back when I'm done. Okay, so I'm done with that. I think that may be about 16 chicken, maybe 12 chickens after it's done. So I just wiped everything down with the Clorox wipe and then I put all that stuff in the dishwasher. So first I like to add my seasonings. I just saw this and I was going to. But I just saw this, it has garlic, all that. So I'll put a little bit of this all your seasonings, I say you put maybe a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon and a half. I don't measure this, so I'm just guessing. So I have onion powder, black pepper, salt, chili powder, and then smoked paprika. You can use regular paprika, and oregano and garlic powder. And you can add a little hot sauce in here too if you want. I told y'all in my last video that I was getting ready to watch the Mavericks game. They actually won the series versus Clippers. Hope this isn't a spoiler. So now they play Oklahoma City on Tuesday. I think it'll be a pretty good matchup. Luka still isn't his 100% best, but I think he'll get it together. Hopefully. I was worried about facing the Clippers. I was like, I don't know if they'll beat them because they never beat them before, but they did. Now, granted, Kawhi was out, so. Chili powder. I told y'all I was watching Under the Bridge on Hulu. I like that show. It's sad about the story, but I like the show. So, Rena Vert's story is kind of sad. The kids who portrayed, the teenagers who portrayed the actual teens, they did a really good job. The actors did. They make me upset. Those, you know it's good when they make you emotional. You know the acting's good when they make you emotional. I just was upset about it because it's a real story, so I was like, this really did happen like that. Alright, so it's going to look like a lot of seasoning, but it'll be good. Next, I'll add some pickle juice. Now all I have is bread and butter pickles. I'm not a fan of bread and butter pickles, but that's all we have. So you can use dill, pickle, brine, but we have what we have. So you want about a cup of this in there. Just the juice, no pickles. And if you don't have any of this, you can skip it. You can add vinegar, white vinegar to it. And then buttermilk. So you can use regular milk or buttermilk, but I like buttermilk in this. If you don't have buttermilk, use regular. So I'll put 2 cups of this in here. Or a cup and a half, depending. I think that might be a cup and a half. I'm not measuring this time, sorry. It's all up here though. Other shows I've been watching, I think I told y'all I watched The Circle on Netflix. I want Olivia to win. Brandon. I want him to win. If anybody else, probably Kyle. I watch a lot of TV shows, but I also been watching Elsbeth on CBS. That's my favorite show right now. Some people aren't a fan because Elsbeth is really quirky, but I like how the show is, the premise of the show. So you want to mix, I'm not going to show y'all because I might spill this everywhere, but so you're going to mix it all together now. And I also started watching on Amazon Prime The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas Galitzine. I don't know how to say his last name. I think that movie is very goofy, but in a good way. Alright, so you want to take... I got new gloves too, but you're going to take these off. And then put a lid on it. And then you want to put this in the refrigerator. My glasses, you see that? Like a dot, a red dot, or a white dot. But you want to put this in the refrigerator overnight. This is what I'm doing. You can do this maybe 2 hours before you want to cook it and leave it in there because you want all that to mix in so the chicken can be flavorful. So I'll put this overnight, then I'll be back tomorrow. Alright, so it's been the next day. I had this chicken in the refrigerator overnight. So here I have flour, about 2.5 cups. And I'll just put the same seasonings from yesterday. Chili powder, oregano, black pepper, onion powder, and paprika and garlic powder. I'd say about a teaspoon of each. Then you want to mix it together. The flour is all-purpose white flour. So now you want to take your chicken and then put it in the flour, flip it, then put it in the buttermilk mixture, and then back in the flour if you want double coating, which is what I do. So keep one hand for wet and one hand for the dry ingredients. I like to keep everything on one side in this flour bowl. You might need some more flour mixture too if you run out. I have a lot of chicken. So this is what it looks like. And I like to use a bowl lid and just put everything on there. There's this restaurant called Fry the Coop. I think they have really good fried chicken sandwiches. Theirs are better than mine. That's my only competition. I have the deep fryer on so I can heat up the oil. I use canola oil. The deep fryer is on about 355. If you don't like deep frying, you can maybe grill these, just skip the flour part and the buttermilk. Just put regular chicken and season it and put it on the grill. Or you can do it like this and then bake it. But I never tried baked chicken before, so. Or use an air fryer. I'm going to do the rest of these and then I'll come back. So I have this chicken, it's a big pile here. I didn't end up needing to use any more flour, so that was good. But I'm going to go over and dump these in the deep fryer now. So here's the chicken. I like to put it on this and then I do it 2 chickens at a time. So I'll drop these in. The deep fryer is on 350. And I deep fry them till they're golden. So maybe 10 minutes. 5 minutes, then flip, and then 5 more minutes. You see it? I don't like, well, I used to be afraid of the oil popping everywhere, but I'm getting better at it. It's not as dangerous anymore. Over here I just have 2 pans with some paper towels on it. One for the chicken and then one for the fries. And I like to turn on the oven to about 200 degrees. They look pretty golden right now. They look pretty golden brown, so I'm going to take them out and put a thermometer in it. I didn't think this one would be done, so gotta put that back in. So I ran out of storage space on my phone, so I can't record anymore with the tripod, but that was pretty cinematic, that viewpoint, so I'll just hold this iPad like a selfie stick. But there's that. At least I got a pretty good shot, a video of it, so you know what to do a little bit. But just keep repeating that step, deep frying it, and then checking it. I think chicken is 160, 165 on the thermometer. If it's not, just leave it in there. It'll cook. And then I have the oven on 200. And I like to just put the chicken in there when it's done, so it can keep warm. So that's all you need to do. I thought to use this camera angle, but I'll show you the other chicken. That other camera angle, I just did not flatter. My forehead was shiny. Alright. Let's check this one. This one's take deep frying takes a long time. Just be patient. This one's finally done. It probably took maybe 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Yeah. So here are our chickens. That one kind of burnt, but I'll be back to show the rest of them. I just dropped the other ones. I'm just gonna taste test this a little bit. I don't know why I said I dropped the chicken like I was in the bear, but when they say drop, they mean they put it in the deep fryer. They're about to drop it. But I'm about halfway done. It's been close to 40 minutes. I told you it takes a long time. But while that, I just put some more in there, but while that cooks, I just wanted to talk about the TV show, The Last of Us. So they have season 2 coming out. I just saw today behind the scenes photos. I played both of the games back to back just in late 2023. So I was kind of new to the video game, but I loved both of the games. And then they had the TV show that I watched in February. I think, oh no, going back. But I played the video game, then I watched the TV show. I don't remember what time. But I have this chicken over here too. Anyways, they're filming season 2, and I was seeing behind the scenes stuff, so I'm really excited for that to come out. And I just love this show. I actually would love to be on that show too. Maybe as a character, I don't know. I wouldn't want to play as infected though. Alright, let me get back to this chicken. So the chicken is done. It took me about an hour to fry 12 of these. It takes a long time. But that's them. They look food truck worthy. So now, we're not done yet. Well, I'm not done yet. But now I'm going to fry these. Got some waffle fries. My dad bought these a few days ago for us to try. So you just put these in the same oil if you want to. You can change the oil out. Usually it won't sizzle because the cold mixed with the hot cools the oil down, so you have to let it get back up to temperature so it can fry again. So this takes a while too. Cooking, you just have to be patient. But I'll put these on and then I'll be back. I'm going to put these back in the oven so they can stay warm. What I thought to show everyone, me putting the fries in. I put way too many in there and there's not enough oil, but I'll probably take some out and then do it in batches. While I wait for the fries, I thought I'd talk about The Last of Us again. This is what I use to prop up the iPad so it can be like this. So The Last of Us is my favorite video game. Well, first is a Walking Dead video game, and then The Last of Us is 1 and 2, both. Those are my favorite video games. It used to be 2K. I have 2K, NBA 2K 16, 18, and 20, but I had to let 2K go. I won't get started. But just know I have beef. But yeah, I like all 3 of those video games. Those are my favorite ones. I didn't watch the Walking Dead TV show. I watched like an episode of it and I was bored. that may be controversial, but I got bored, so I stopped watching it. Maybe I can go back and watch it. So the Walking Dead video game has about 4 seasons. I think the 4th season might be my favorite. Well, first season and the 4th season are my favorites. And then out of the Last of Us video games, I would say part 2. I like that one. That's controversial too, isn't it? But part 2. And I'm not an Abby hater. I know a lot of people hate Abby on that video game. I don't hate her. I know that's controversial. I'm just saying a lot of controversial things. But the fries are not anywhere near being done, but maybe give it like 10 minutes. You gotta get started early when you're cooking. Going back to earlier, we were talking about food truck quality. So I started saying, if I think the food is really good, I'm like, this is food truck quality right here. And so these chicken sandwiches are food truck quality. I also like to do a 0 out of 10 scale for the food, so I rate them 0 to 10. Sometimes I do with food that I like or dislike. Alright, I finally finished after 2 hours, but here's the final product. So I like to put mayonnaise and pickles on my chicken sandwiches, and there are the fries here. And that's my dog, if you hear that noise. But there you go. Doesn't it look like good quality? I say 10 out of 10 for this one, but I haven't ate it yet. Alright, that's enough of that. See ya. I hope everyone makes this. Let me know what you think. Bye.